Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. The atmosphere here, electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the New England Patriots. And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Still 9 remaining on second down. Carr now to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. Hawkins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From midfield, here's Carr. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Carr going to throw. Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Now Carr going for it all. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested, because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Up past the 30 to the 31. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one, that's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
From the 31, Jones. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Now Jones. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Jones. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 9, 2nd and 5. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, it's Hall. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
A 24-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
It's a nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Carr. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing, maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there for the Patriots. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
4 yards remain for second down. They hand this off to Harris, and he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. These two teams all tied after 1. Jones off the play fake. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
At the 36.
2nd down at 4.
On the give, this is Harris. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Second and 7.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Carr. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw his Carr. Completes this out left to Ruggs. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Now Carr on the bootleg. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Hands it off out of the gun. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Jet sweep. Carr bats it forward. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Patriots 6.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. On second down, it's Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
41 yards on the ground for him so far.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big time.
They're trying to get it to Ruggs, but it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
But he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is caught. Touchdown! And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, Jones. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Max Crosby. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen.
And the Raiders will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out in the running game.
A 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now Jones on 1st down. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's about it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now a first carry for their fullback.
The end result was brute force on brute force, but think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins, and this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Henderson going to run for it and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. The Pats at the line ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete to his running back, Jefferson. And he'll be out right at the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
Back to throw again. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now we'll throw here to his running back. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Jones now throwing on first down.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 21. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Back to throw. Jones.
And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got Smith here. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Jones on 1st and 10.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
New England on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Hall, and he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Pats are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18.
Patriots 13.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Arnold. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground.
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Fletcher Cox drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line.
Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So that one will be accepted. So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Off play action. Jones. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
This likely a must-have. 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.